So they tell you lift weights, progressive overload, progressive overload. You want to add in more weights. You want to increase more and more and more when you train in the gym. But for me, I completely neglected one other side that was, in fact, as important as lifting the weights, and that is recovery. So, what I did is I took a look at procuring one of these bad boys here. It's the Whoop because it helped me quantify how well I recovered in order to go ahead and hit the weights again. Because I noticed that, it's not always about lifting heavier and heavier, but it's also about being able to recover faster in order to grow your muscles more efficiently. So this video today is going to talk to you about two things that I've done in order to maximize my recovery. So one of the things I've already implemented, but the other one is a challenge that I've brought upon myself that I want to try out and see how my body responds to it. And I think that if it's something that's helpful for me, it will definitely be helpful for you. So let's jump right in. So the first point is what I mentioned before, and it is the fact that I'm wearing a Whoop band. So the Whoop band, what it does is it's able to help me track my recovery over a 24-hour period. Whoop, in fact, is a tool that uses four metrics in order to measure your recovery. The first is the heart rate variability. The second is your sleep performance. It also takes a look at your resting heart rate and it looks at your respiratory rate. So with these four conditions, it looks at effectively analyzing how well that you recover, and it comes up with a score between 0 and 100%. 100% meaning max recovery. So it goes under the impression that if you're able to recover as well, if you're able to obtain a stronger recovery score, well, then you're able to go ahead and stress your body, i.e., go and hit the gym and lift more weights, lift heavier. But if your recovery is very, very low, then you have to take more time to recover because it goes under the premise that your body's not going to be able to handle that additional physical stress that you're going to be exerting while you're in the gym. So that being said, that was something that I started using in February of 2025. So it's going to be we're at a little under a year that I've had this thing on me for 24/7. And frankly, I think that it's great that I'm able to actually see something visible to help me quantify how well I'm recovering on a daily basis. So this is a tool, I think it's fantastic. I always loved technology. I studied in engineering, so I've always been somebody who's been able to adopt new tech. And if it's able to help me grow in some way, then at that point in time, I'm all for it. Now, the second initiative that I'm trying out is something new because I actually went down the rabbit hole of supplements. So in a prior video, I showed you about supplements. I told you that a multivitamin would be great for somebody who is a beginner. But after doing a bit of research, I looked into the fact that maybe the multivitamins isn't the best option. Maybe we can take a look at modifying our stack based on our needs. So being somebody who is more sporty, somebody who's more active, there may be a better supplement combo, a better supplement stack that I can build. So using ChatGPT, I was able to put in metrics saying, okay, for a 37-year-old male, a natural lifter, what would you suggest I take as supplements if I want to sleep deeper, if I want to increase my testosterone level, if I want to lower my inflammation, and if I want to recover quicker? And what it came up with is a few supplements. So the first one that it suggested is to go ahead and take some omega-3s. So the omega-3s, from what I have as information here, it's best for your heart and mind. So that being said, you can have an aspect where it enhances recovery and performance for increased muscle protein synthesis, joint health, neuromuscular function, strength, gains, power, agility, and even reducing DOMs. When I saw reducing DOMs, I was like, yes, that is something that I want, because that muscle soreness after workout is not the greatest feeling, and I want to get rid of that as much as possible when I want to go back into the gym and lift more weights. It also supports the cardiovascular as well as your brain health. So that is something that is important to me, brain health, because the stress, that I go through when I'm working my 3 jobs, I really need to be alert and active. And sometimes, when I'm tired, words aren't coming out like they're supposed to in the meetings or in the presentations that I have to give, or even making these videos here for you. So that being said, brain health is a priority for me. Another point here that ChatGPT says that the omega-3s do is reducing systemic inflation. So inflammation is what I explained in my last video. And that is important to reduce inflammation as much as possible if I want to recover faster. I also have a point here that says this boosts antioxidant defenses. So that reduces oxidative stress markers. So when I see reduction in stress, that means reduction in cortisol. That is something that I want to attack. So I'm for trying this out. Adding to my stack here is vitamin D3. So for the vitamin D3, this is helping me with improving sleep quality as well as reducing inflammation, also enhancing testosterone production, and supports muscle strength and recovery. So for me, I think this is something that is going to be quite beneficial in terms of the speedy recovery and the deeper sleep. Now, that being said, the information here that I'm seeing is better sleep efficiency, fewer disruptions by influencing melatonin synthesis and circadian regulation. I also have here that for testosterone, it's essential in the hormonal axis. Supplementing D3 has been shown to support normal testosterone levels. And for the muscle strength and recovery, helps bone and muscle function to sustain their training gains. So for me, I saw deeper sleep in there, which is excellent with sleep efficiency. And I also saw enhances testosterone production, which is the building block for muscle gain. So that is going to be definitely tried out. And the 2 other supplements that I have is ashwagandha and magnesium glycinate, biglycinate here. So recommended by ChatGPT because the magnesium biglycinate is what's going to help me sleep deeper. Now, it says here, supports GABA activity, helping sleep onset, maintenance, and fewer awakenings. It also promotes relaxation and stress relief. So with these common effects, reducing my anxiety, it should be much easier for me to sleep deeper because my body's going to be more relaxed. The ashwagandha here, it says also it reduces stress and anxiety, and it's a natural sleep aid, and it's great for sports recovery. So speeding up muscle recovery, enhancing my sleep, reducing stress, reducing anxiety, lowering cortisol. The deeper sleep will lead to increased testosterone production. It's all falling into my goals. So that being said, I've added this into my stack. So I've started using this new stack for approximately a week now, and I'm noticing that my dreams are more vivid, more deeper, and I'm just more rested when I wake up because I do prioritize trying to get a minimum of 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So I'm going to be continuing on with this challenge for the next few weeks. So I want to keep you all updated on how things are working for me. And at that point in time, hoping that, it's going to speed up my recovery. Like I said, it's going to also help me sleep deeper, allow me to increase my testosterone production. And it's going to also help me with my inflammation, lowering my inflammation. So that being said, I will keep you all posted on the developments. And for you all, if you want to try it out, and or if you've already tried this stack out and it's been beneficial for you, let me know. I'd love to find out. And yeah, we can work through this journey together to make sure that we're either increasing our muscles or, as a matter, a more important matter, at least maintaining our muscle mass. So train hard, train smart, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys.